What's up, everybody? Today we are ripping a hobby box of Batman Hush by Cryptozoic Entertainment. Uh, yeah, these came out not too long ago, and there's 24 packs in a hobby box, 5 cards per pack. I'm a huge Batman fan, more of a DC guy, huge Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee fan. So when I saw these, I had to open them. I forget. I think I first was aware of them on Mark I Collect Things YouTube page. Shout out Mark. So yo, Cryptozoic, keep sending him product. I think he influenced me to buy these, and wasn't even aware of these. That's how influencing works. Influencer marketing works. I was not aware of these. Came across him opening a box. I think is how I discovered these, and like had to have them, especially since now the second Hush story arc is coming out. Jim Lee's return to comics, if you will. He's the head of VP of creative or something at DC Comics, but and he does covers and artwork from time to time, but like his actual comic book kind of return, at least for this stint. Not quite sure how you do this. We'll just pull like this though. Anyways, from watching Mark I Collect Things YouTube, check him out. I think he was able to complete almost the whole entire base set through just ripping hobby packs. So that's what I'm hoping to do. And if there's anything missing, hopefully we'll be able to get that relatively easily. The rare things, the rare chases in here are look for randomly inserted autographs, 1 out of 13,000 packs, and brilliance inserts. They're 1 in 1,300 packs, so super hard to get, but I know there's some really cool stuff you can pull in there. Again, check out Mark I Collects thing. He had a better breakdown of what you could get. I'm just ripping these because I love them. I think you can get like Jim Lee, Jeff Loeb autographs. I think you can get some sketch cards, maybe printing plates. I could be talking off my rocker, but like, I just, again, I want this set is what I want, and some cool inserts. I just reread Rush in preparation for the new Hush series, and yeah, it's a good read. It's a fun read, beautiful art, of course. It's really fun detective, mystery story. The House Call with Albert, or Alfred. Gordon intervenes. Like I'll try to refrain from going in, like, because I just read it, everything's fresh and I can like call out which each thing is from. Some of you will be able to too. We got something shiny there. I'll save that. Got the Joker's girlfriend, Harley Quinn, and annotated Arkham's copters. All right, let's see what we got here. First parallel. Ooh, numbered. I Could Never Forget You, 11 out of 20. This is from a flashback of Jason Todd there. That's Jason Todd as Robin. 11 out of 20 insert. That's, or, insert? No, I think that's just a parallel. That's just a parallel. An 11 out of 20 parallel. Wow, that's cool. Very cool. All right, sorry about that. My camera, it was slowing down. I think my camera was overheating. So, but that gave me the chance actually to do some gold prismatic foil. That's what this is. 11 out of 20. And despite obviously being rare with such a low number, I went to eBay thinking like these can't be going for that much. They're listed for decent money, similar ones, and then I'm like, well, they can't be selling. They actually, some have sold for decent money. Like I'm talking like, you know, 50s to hundreds, which still that's surprising. That's, to me, that's surprising. A set like this, like I wouldn't have thought. But people like Batman, people like Jim Lee, Hush, and I think this is a cool product. Upper Deck now has like the official Batman license, so we'll see what they can do with it. There we go. But yeah, 11 out of 20 gold prismatic foil, and this is a great one to get. Like this, tragic what happened to Jason Todd, but like I've always been a Robin guy. As a kid, you always want to be the sidekick. So I was big into the sidekicks as, like when I was growing up and into comics. Um, I've always been, even as an adult. It's just now until very recently where I'm like finally old. I'm like, I can transition into liking the adult superheroes, I guess. Uh, Battling Killer Croc. That's such a cool image. Battling Riddler. These annotated are actually inserts. They're inserts. Enter Harley Quinn. Cover art there, and cat fight with Harley Quinn. Very cool. All these base cards are cool. Yeah, card stock. They got quotes from the comic book series there in the back. Like only 72 base cards, so definitely, yeah, should hopefully be able to get the should hopefully. You know what's crazy is I've seen people use scissors and other people have too, and you look at the comments, they're like, that's so cringe, and I think it too, but like now I understand. All right? So I'm gonna use the scissors in this case. It's very unfortunate, but like these packs are hard to open and these corners are so fragile. Again, I'm not like grading or anything, but I just don't like them dinged up like anyone else. Mysterious figure. I don't remember that shot from the comic, but oh, we have alternate covers there. We got something shiny. We'll save that. Proper thank you. Their first kiss. Very reminiscent of the newest Batman with Robert Pattinson. That kiss. Huntress finds Batman. That's a cool shot. I mean, all the iconic Catwoman kisses and Batman kisses are probably similar. So that's an insert, I think. Ooh, look at that. 2 out of 608. So that looks pretty amazing, star power, but it's out of 608. Not nearly as rare as our other card, but love Killer Croc in this series. He's like done so crazily. Like in the in the story arc, it's because he's been like infected with some LexCorp mutagen type thing. He's gone very Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Secret of the Ooze, like hyper mutant, but so that's the reasoning, I guess, for him looking extra, but extra crazy and gross. But I gotta get a better setup. Like everything's so cramped. Okay, I hate cutting these, but like it's better than stressing me out trying to open these gingerly. Okay, we got Criminal Mastermind. Also, even as an adult, and I've read this storyline a couple times, like the ending's kind of confusing. They don't give a ton of exposition. That last issue there is, but it's like, who is Hush again? Batman Race. We got a puzzle piece here. That's cool. I think it's a 3x3 puzzle piece, front and back, which is cool. Will look good in clear sleeve binder pages. Hush silenced, and Killer Croc attacks. Hush silenced, not by the Batman, if you know the storyline. I don't want to spoil everything, but if you haven't read it, go check it out if you haven't read it. Especially now that number 2's coming up. It's kind of crazy. This star power, I guess, is this an insert? Oh yeah, it's an insert. Harvey Dent, Bruce Wayne, Clashing Titans, that was a cool issue. Alternate covers, Exit Stage Left, and Saved by Batman. But yeah, let me know in the... Well, first of all, plug for the channel. If you could give me a subscribe, that would be appreciated. That would be appreciated. And let me know if you guys have picked up any of this. What have your hits been? Are you reading the new... Oh, we got 2 of Clashing Titans. I don't mind that. I like Superman a lot. The Joke. And let me know if you're picking up annotated William Wood Parkway, any of the new Hush series, Saved by Matt. So we're getting some doubles here. Ra's facing out Ra's al Ghul, so hopefully we're still able to get the full set out of this. But we're definitely getting some doubles. The cool thing about collecting comic book cards is all the imagery is cool. So I don't mind having, doubles sometimes. Alright. the joke. We're getting a lot of doubles though. I'm worried we're not gonna clashing swords. I'm worried we're not gonna get annotated Knees Knees Pharmacy, facing Ra's al Ghul, and From the Lazarus Pit. And then I know. So in the series, I know this is actually Clayface, and at the time it was intended to be Clayface. And then they retconned who that actually was. I don't know if I appreciate that. That's very, that's is what it is in the comic book world, but still, you read something, you think it's gospel, and then you get told, because I don't stay up on comics all the time, then you get told afterwards, oh yeah, that what you thought, that they changed that. Rescuing Edward, Batman Falls, Dynamic Duels, Batman and Hush, versus Hush, Crossing Paths, Catwoman and Huntress there, and the Batman, the classic. That's the iconic cover photo. Or is that from Inside? I think they use it as a cover photo too. Yeah, but I think it's also like Inside. I'm not sure, but that's probably the most iconic image of the series, or one of the most iconic images. Yeah, I'm excited to see what Upper Deck does with the DC license. Hoping we get some cool products, some throwbacks products. Ivy's Champion, that's such a cool shot. Oracle's Clock Tower, they're all cool shots. That's why I love this series. I get there's part of a puzzle piece, two-sided puzzle piece. Looks like Hush one side, Batman the other. I get why it's maybe not a classic, or stands up to some of the other storylines in writing, but like it's definitely a mid-tier classic if there's such a thing. Reversed roles and a cat in the cave. That's Catwoman in the cave. Some like crazy iconic stuff happened in this series. The reveal of his identity to a couple characters, and also in issue 1 that just came out, some like potentially crazy stuff happening. Timeline changing stuff happening. Future Nightmare. This is a variant? Or is that just a base card? It's like a sketch. We'll put that off to the side. Claws and Thorns. This is cover art. Alternate covers there. Got Catwoman, Poison Ivy. There's our base card of this one. And Talking Talia Head. Some familiar faces might show up in this Hush storyline. I hear they're going to do six issues and then 6 issues. I'm sure it's a lot to get Jim to do all that artwork. He's a busy man. Clashing Swords, Ivy's Champion, alternate covers, From the Lazarus Pit, reversed rolls, all dupes there. And hopefully we're going to get the full set though. I just I wanted the full set of these, and then I wanted to open some rare parallels and inserts, and so far we got what we asked for, kind of, Haunted by the Past, Love Realized. There's another puzzle piece, 3x3 puzzle piece. The Brain Surgeon, Nightwing Helps. And I always mixed feelings on introducing new villains. There's got to be a first always, can't always have fabled lore villains. At one point they were first timers, so and then once you establish them, you can go back to the well, and each time you go back to the well, if the storylines are good, if they're interesting, they become better and better villains. So we'll see how this Harold's Grave, Tommy's Funeral. I don't know how Hush held up as a bad guy in between, from 2012 or whatever it is to now 2025. You guys in the comments, if you want to leave a comment about what you think of him, how he's done in between Cat and Ivy. I don't know how much they've used him. Little Bird. This is a cool cover photo. This is a fun scene. I think it's I think Jeff Loeb did a really good job. I think he's pretty good with dialogue. definitely, I don't know, maybe I'm naive, but the whole storyline definitely kept me on my toes. They filled it with red herrings and like little false turns. Clutching Insanity, that's a cool shot. Dynamic Duels, Batman versus Harley Quinn. Alternate covers. Chasing the Ransom. Most Important Piece. Something I should research. I don't really want to pause here, but as if Jim did these like watercolors, these ink watercolors for the flashbacks. I think he did. But like I wasn't positive, so if I have to pause again, we'll confirm that. The Scarecrow, Harvey Dent, and Bruce Wayne. There's a Catwoman puzzle piece. On the back, you got the whole Rogues Gallery, Batman Rogues Gallery, saying goodbye, and exit stage left. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm a big Superman fan. I think he's a very interesting character to write or to have to write challenge. And I'm a fan of Superman. The Grave in the Batcave. Alternate covers over the gargoyle. Dent visits Gordon and meeting an old friend. I was unaware of this Harold character. Really, guess I hadn't read enough old Batman, so that kind of caught me off guard. I gotta go back and read some more old Batman. I gotta read new Batman. I got so much comics to read and catch up on. Oracle's Clock Tower, Future Nightmare. I guess that's just a regular base card. Another comic piece. Ooh, Joker on the backside there. Cat in the Cave, and I Could Never Forget You. Another base of our parallel there. So we got 2 big hits. Nothing beyond that, though, I would say. Just inserts. 2 big hits. Let's see if we can pull something even crazier. Hush, Metropolis, little flashback. Green Lantern in the picture there. What is a Friend? Dynamic Duels, Huntress vs. Catwoman. So we're getting a lot of those inserts, annotated. A lot of those, and Riddler's Play. That's the cover art. So we might have a good shot at completing like one of the insert sets, maybe. It's been a fun rip so far. I wish there was a little bit more high tier parallels, or high quality premium parallels inserted in here, but Ra's al Ghul defeated. 6-shot Batman. It's kind of cool, he gives him a killing blow but knows it won't be, so you don't get to see Batman do that much. Dynamic Duels, Catwoman versus Harley Quinn. Like the wordplay on dynamic duos, dynamic duels. You got the Heroes Gallery there. Puzzle piece. Part of the Rogues Gallery on the back. Busted Ivy. That's a cool shot. Poison Ivy is probably one of my favorite of the villains. Probably, I mean, she's a lot of people's favorite. One of their favorites. I also got to catch up on the Max show, Harley and Ivy. I watched season 1 and season 2. They were very good, but I think how many seasons have they done now? A lot, a decent amount, and it's really entertaining, really funny, well written. So I got to get back to that, finish that off. Battling Hush, The Breakup, alternate covers, Poison Ivy Mastermind ? Cool shot. Lois Lane. I think Jim Lee does Poison Ivy like one of the best. He does a lot of characters like the best, but like especially Poison Ivy, I feel like. I think this version of Killer Croc is amazing too that he does. He is innocent. Referring to the Joker there. Chasing Catwoman. A little Hush puzzle piece there. Looking for clues. And saving Lois. Would definitely like to complete the puzzle piece inserts. because those will just look really cool in a binder. So definitely looking to do that. Let's see here. Would really love one more good parallel or insert. We're down to, this is 2 more packs after I go through these. Shot by the Joker, question mark. Desperate Attack. Another puzzle piece. Looks like we're getting not doubles of puzzle pieces, though. That's good. Superman Attacks. And In the Clutches of Croc. Also like how they always like come up with a way for Batman to trump Superman. Because, like, you know, on sheer superpowers and stuff, like, obviously Superman wins versus everyone. But they always have Batman as, like, the one person with a trick up their utility belt appropriately. Robin, question mark. Cool shot there of Jason Todd. And the new Robin, Tim Drake, Batman Prepared versus Superman. Ooh, we got something shiny. We'll save that. Alternate covers, and Catwoman finds Poison Ivy. Little suggestive shot there. Here we go. Ooh, 20 out of 50. Proper thank you. We were talking about this kiss. And I said I wanted something good still. Another good parallel. And there we go. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. All right, last pack. Last pack. See if we get anything else. Printing plate or signature or sketch would be amazing. Claws and Thorns. Harold's Grave. Dynamic Duels, Poison Ivy versus Catwoman. Talking Talia Head and Cat on the Ivy. So that's it. That's it for all the packs. All right, thanks for sticking around. Okay, review time. I did, gave me time to sleeve everything, put it in a binder, and check some things out real quick. Most importantly, I forgot to mention I'm wearing my vintage Batman Returns promo T-shirt. That's the most important thing. Second most important thing, yes, we got enough base cards to complete the set. So I paid $80 for that hobby box on David Adams. So $80, you get the whole base set. If you sign up for an account on David Adams, otherwise it's like $110. But you get the whole set. I sleeved them all, put them in this Ultra Pro soft binder. A little tight on space here, but all 72 cards I was able to get in that hobby box. Beautiful looking cards, really cool. Not premium stock, but you just sleeve them up right away, get them in a binder. They look great. Doesn't really matter. So really happy to have got the whole set in the hobby box. So that's what you can expect. That being said, oh, we skipped ahead. So that was the last page of the base set right there. I did get a stack of extras, duplicates, base cards. So I'm sure you can look on eBay. There's probably some extra base sets floating around out there that you can pick up. But if you're nearing anywhere close to $80, might as well get the hobby box. Brand new, you get to rip. Plus you have a chance at parallels insert. We got 3 good parallel/inserts. This insert, I think they're all out of numbered. These are hard to get. These are 1 in 24 packs. So only every other hobby box will have one of these star power inserts. And I think they're all foiled like that. Sparkly, glitter foiled like that. So only 1 in 2 boxes. So I guess I get lucky. I guess if you don't get one of these, maybe you get another parallel. So that's maybe the trade-off. But I got 2 parallels and 1 of the star power inserts. 1 out of 24 packs. And we got those 2. We already showed those off. Stack of extra base. And then let's get to the inserts. Here's what you can kind of expect for the inserts, or at least what happened for me, is I was able to get almost every alternate art insert card. There's 9 of them. And I'm just missing number 8 there, so I'll just pick that up online. Almost every alternate art. Then, oops, I skipped a page there, I guess. Maybe I'll put the star powers I get there. Then I was able to get 6 out of the 9 annotated inserts. 6 out of the 9. And then I was able to get, let's see here, what was that 5 out of the 9 dynamic dual inserts. So I'll just pick, like I said, I'll just pick those up. And I almost got the entire puzzle. I was able to get 8 out of the 9 puzzle pieces on the 3x3 puzzle, Batman, Hush. You got the Rogues Gallery on the back, Batman Rogues Gallery on the back, and on the front you got the whole Batman family on the front. Really cool 3x3. So I'll just go ahead and pick up this. What is that? So I'm missing 4, 5, 8, 9 inserts only. So I almost got all the you almost get all the insert sets. All those inserts are like 1 out of 4 packs, 1 out of 5 packs. Let's see. Star Power is 1 in 24 packs. Chase or alternate covers 1 in 4 packs. Annotated 1 in 5 packs. Heroes and Villains 1 out of 4 packs, and the Dynamic Duels 1 out of 5. So yeah, you almost get the all the inserts, and we got 3 nice hits for $80. Whole set plus most of the inserts and these cool inserts, and I was surprised to see how much these are going for. Obviously, in a whole hobby box, you only get a few of these, so I guess maybe that's why they're going for what they're going for. But yeah, super overall, thumbs up. Thumbs up. Where's the camera? Thumbs up product review. Would recommend if you are like I wouldn't say hardcore, but if you're a Batman fan, Batman Hush fan, definitely strong recommend. If you're just kind of a casual, I would save your money for some of the more premium premier products out there. But definitely for Cryptozoic, I think this is a cool product, especially being a Jim Lee, Jeff Loeb fan, famous series. Be able to own the whole like trading card set in one hobby box. I think it's awesome. All right, thanks for watching. Drop me a like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate it. Let me know what you think.